When cities expand, natural habitats are taken over by buildings, creating a lot of urban barriers for pollinators like bees, bats, birds, butterflies, and other creatures that don't start with the letter B. Even creatures that fly can have trouble getting from one flower patch to another in big cities, which is where pollinator highways come in.
Pollinator Highway. Extremely engaging, great quick pacing, playful sound cues, and quick cuts to engage us, I think is really important, especially when you're working with younger audiences. This wasn't only for young audiences. I was still very much engaged, but you can use that to help educate. And the youths, they have very short attention spans. So it's really important to keep the visual learners and the auditory sounds and engage a lot of the senses and be adaptable to all the different learning styles. So they got the information across to the audience while ensuring that there was engagement with the humor and playfulness, but they never sacrificed the clarity. And I think that's really important because I see a lot of different informational, fun, interactive pieces that kind of lose us on the clarity. They get too swept up in the fun of it and the creative aspects that we don't get the main message, but that was not the case with this. So I thought this was really effectively done. Great pacing and yeah, very professionally done.
This is such a fun way of getting kids interested in science and learning. I, for one, didn't know there were pollinator highways. I knew bees and other animals like hummingbirds and all pollinated things. I just didn't know there were specific things called pollinator highways. So even I learned something. I think this is very reminiscent of those in-between cartoon things that they used to show on Saturday mornings. It's one of those things where you learn it and you can retain the information because it's in such a simple way. I mean, he even used a bunch of pollinator insects and animals by using the letter B, which is amazing because that's a great way to get kids to learn, is using the alphabet. So these animators were really thinking education and in the simplistic way where little elementary school kids could fit, because this really feels like a segment that should be on Sesame Street, one of those things that they cut away to that are just for a few seconds between skits. It's educational and they would love it because it's such a fun character educating people.
Pollinator Highway takes a look at eco-engineering, and this is an animation style similar to cartoons geared towards kids to teach more about this subject matter. And it talks about green highways or pollinator highways, which is planting flower shrubs in a path, which connects various pollination sources to one another. And I've seen this type of landscaping all the time. I'll see pathways of morning glories or pathways of various types of shrubbery and plants. And I never really thought before the practical and eco use for it. I always just thought that this was just a gardening choice. So it was very informative in that regard.
This show is for Pollinator Highways, and this was adorable. I learned so much in this couple of minutes. It's a lovely animation, nice comedic touch with colorful imagery and a quick, easy call to action that we can all take part in for preserving our life in this planet. And it's adorable. I think it speaks to all ages, and it is an important piece, especially because it's so short that you can really tell what they are about, and it's quick and easy, and I really enjoyed it.
Pollinator Highways, another great addition to this series. I absolutely love these. Very educational and cute, super great for kids. I love that it's a series, so I can't wait to see more. I thought it was very educational about, needing these pollinator highways. Even for adults, I think we need to be reminded of what's going on to the environment and the animals and the insects while we're building all these buildings and the city life. So great job.